morning and welcome to Mr. Kyle's Orchids. It's an overcast morning here in Charlotte, North Carolina, in the mid 70s. Don't really have much to show you as far as blooms. Actually, I do have one bloom. It's femme fatale, but we'll take a look at that in a moment. And then I'm going to show you a bunch of upcoming blooms, spikes in progress, and a little bit of an expansion in my indoor grow space. So let's go over here first. This dendrobium. This dendrobium's got spikes. It's about to bloom. It's getting really big on me. It's one that I need to sell or give away or something. The society is going to have an auction. I'm going to see if I can throw it in there. It's a friend of mine gave it to me. It's just that it's getting way too big for me. The flower's okay. It's not spectacular. If it was, then maybe it's a bit. Look at these real quick. The cucullata is still in bloom. This one's got a fly on it. Taking a little break. Alright, and there's second bloom. There's a third bud coming. So that's always nice. And that's Mateo, Dendrobium Mateo, and my Kyle Pentals in bloom, and then fading is this Richard Mueller, but behind that is random bloom from my femme fatale Cattleya. So that was exciting. And then as far as spikes go, these sad looking catasetums here. We've got a little spike forming there on this Wine Delight. Nothing yet over here. I wouldn't be surprised if it doesn't spike this year, but this is that Taiwan Gold. It had spider mites. I thought I got rid of them. They came back and I got rid of them again, and it just didn't tolerate that. And back here, that's that lava burst. The old spike, but it's sending out some new ones. And then down here we got rusted spots. And I'm smelling the spotted clown, which is starting to fade already. But let's go on over. I'll show you some spikes on my. Oh wait, Vandas. Turn around. So this little guy, I break a root off every single time I water it. I don't know why. This is one I just got from Plant Madness. Oh my god. Okay, no, never mind. It was an airplane. It's sending out another little spike. So that's exciting. I'm starting the video. And you're right. So over here I have been housing these 4 Vandas all summer. This Bangkok Sunset, I think, has crown rot or something. It just hasn't grown any new roots. That's kind of sad. Anyway, but over here is this Kaya Green, and you can see the 2 spikes there. And then on the backside, look at that, another spike. So I'm going to get 3 spikes out of this one. Very excited about that. And then this little guy starting to spike again. Let me see that. It's Blue Charm. Another spike there. That one, this one, they're gonna have these guys have about a week before moving back in. It's gonna be October 1st in a couple days, and according to the weather, it's gonna get in the low 50s next week. So yeah, probably need to think about moving them in. But this one will probably blast. And it does that to me every time I move it a couple inches. Did that last 2 times. It went into spike, but then quickly spiked again. Okay, I'm going to show you some updates in the grow room. Okay, starting here, more plants have come in and gone up here on the grid wall. So that's starting to fill up. Put my vanilla up there. Look on the outside of it. At any rate, I do have a bud in Crucial Glory in here. So we can get around to see it. I don't know if you can see the bud. There's a sheath at least. Little green tip of a bud in there. And then this foul deliciosa. Holy moly, easy for you to say. Just mounted that this morning. Stuck up there. Might be getting too much light. These guys seem to be doing okay. There's Capricii in the middle, and then the one on the left. I can't remember its name. And then that's a no ID right here. A really teeny pretty white flower. Anyway, that's up there in the grid wall. There's just a couple more things that are going to come in and go on this. My ghost orchid, Asian ghost orchid. It's got some new roots. So that's exciting. Sorry, I'm not going to try that loudly. Anyway, let's go back. Had that for a month and a half or thereabouts. It seems to be doing well. Yeah. Yeah, because I did an expansion, and I'll show you that in a second. Moved around some of my humidity trays, so this actually is finished. So I added some more of my little gnomes, Tom Park gnomes down there. Any rate, I'm gonna swing around. More spikes and buds starting to open up. Brazilian sunset. Got long spikes coming off of the Sherry Baby. And this little Twinkle Marguerite. It's got some spikes coming up. And with the expansion, I bought some trays. I couldn't find any humidity trays, so I had to make my own. And they actually didn't fit where I wanted them, so I ended up putting them here. Seems to work out really well. Kind of, sort of expanded my little space somewhat by a few inches. These are not the plants that are going to end up going here permanently. They're still outside, and those are a lot of them are going to get moved actually into that little corner. Some are going to get moved onto the new rack. But so there's the middle part of my original rack. It's looking pretty empty. We got a lot of plants outside. Top shelf up here. We got new spike coming up here on my mini Dermatophyllum. There's another one down there. It just kind of stopped. Had a new growth here. The top of it got plucked off somehow during its showtime. And then let's go on over, and there's my new rack. It's 24 by 24. It's capable of 5 levels, but I only went with 4. So down there are all my cooler growing orchids, and I'm hoping it'll be cooler down there this winter. The bottom rack of the other rack seems to be cooler. I'm not done yet. I'm still waiting on a couple more trays. Since I couldn't find any new humidity trays, I had to, come up with creative ideas. I got little trays underneath there, which are going to help Since there's nothing there, I'm not turning on the light. And then I moved over the Tolumias that didn't go outside, and a couple of my little this Renua and this guy that's struggling. And here, so these lights, yeah, got them on Temu. So I don't know who the vendor is, although they're adjustable in brightness, and with my light meter, I was able to adjust this down. These guys are only at 30%, and it's still getting like 5,000 foot candles. And this down here, since it's further away, that's at 60%, and down there at the top of those are getting about 5,000 foot candles. So they should be fine. They do get a little warm. It's kind of disappointing. Not a lot warm, but a little warm. Anyway, so yeah, there's my new rack. There's kind of a wide angle space. But there it is. I hope you enjoyed it. More blooms come next week or so. Have a great day.